I'm back, Jack. Yeah, today I want to talk about black and brown unity. I've been seeing a lot going on in the Facebook streets regarding that, so I want to speak my piece on it. You know, me growing up in like diverse neighborhoods, my high school was mainly like black and Hispanic. Um, I got a lot of Hispanic friends, Mexican, Puerto Rican, but when we say black and brown, we really like black and Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna leave Puerto Ricans out of it. It was really like black and Mexican, like the black and Mexican dilemma. Now, me, I really don't know where it derived from. Like, I never really had no disdain for Mexicans or the brown people. You know what I'm saying? Being a black man, but it seemed like they always had a disdain for me. You know, it was always something like I remember one time I was in high school. Like I said, it was mostly black and brown. It was mostly black Mexican. It was super segregated. Like all the blacks, it was a very small amount of blacks in my high school. It was a majority Hispanic high school, majority brown. So all the blacks banded together. You know, we stuck together. It was basically like, what's crazy now that I look back at it in hindsight, after going to prison, it was like high school was like prison, bro. Like it was segregated. Like we didn't mix. You know, it was like I wouldn't say like a mutual respect, but I would say like a mutual understanding is like you stay with your people, I stay with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like even me coming from a diverse background, like I grew up around Latinos, Asians, Greeks, Africans, like everything. You know what I'm saying? I migrated to different ethnicities. I grew up in diversity, so I didn't really get to know how racist it was, like black versus brown, until I went to high school. Because high school was a whole different animal. Like I say, it was like prison because you had the small amount of blacks and then you had a large amount of brown. You know, so and then we pretty much knew like you stay with your people, I stay with my people. It was like an unwritten rule, and for the most part, we about it. But I had a few Mexican friends, like a few Mexican homies. Like one of my homies on the football team, that was my dear friend. He was Mexican. You know, I had a few, but it was really like the Mexicans stay here and the blacks stay here, and I never understood that. But as I grew up through life, I started to see it was like some unwritten thing, like blacks versus Mexicans, or blacks separate themselves from Mexicans. I don't know where it derived from, but I've been experiencing it all my life. So when it comes to this black and brown debate, like, is it a racial tension? Hell yeah, because it's like growing up in the city, you know, majority of the brown people, when they gang bang, they Lion Kings, and majority of the blacks, GDs, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, and I think that derives from racism as well, because it's like a majority of the Latinos is Mexican. I mean, the majority of the Latinos is Lion Kings, and they arch nemesis is GDs. When you say every black person you see is a GD, you really just saying you hate all black people. Like all black people was the ops. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter what gang he in, he will automatically associate him with being a GD if you a Lion King. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that alone in itself will let you know like it is some type of racial tension, because how would you automatically assume we the worst or the worst, which is not even worse, it's not bad or nothing, but I'm saying as far as how y'all thinking, like we automatically your arch nemesis just because we black. You ain't come up on us and ask us what we is or nothing. It's like as soon as you see a black person, like I had a female I dated by the county, and when I went over her career, first thing they do, they slam and brakes. They on the car, then I remember one time, this is so crazy, like they was like, uh, they tried to check some line gang members tried to check us, and then they asked us was we GDs. We were like, no, we don't gang bang. And they was like, well, we in killer. You feel me? Like even if you ain't in no gang, it's like we against you. We don't want nothing to do with you. Like it's like it was crazy to me because it's like, man, you will get out on a person that ain't did you no harm just because of their complexion, bro. Like, what does this derive from? So I can't say every brown person is racist because we all know that's not a fact. And then I can't say, you know what I'm saying? Just like whatever they feel about black people, we all not like that. We all don't go belong in that group or whatever they dislike unless it's just the skin color. Because if that's the case, then you definitely hate all of us because we all darker pigmentation. So like when it comes to the black and brown debate, like for me personally, I'm not racist, but I feel like the racism stems from Latinos wanting to be more aligned with the white race than the black race because of how the black man is portrayed. And if you really think about it, Latinos are European anyways because they're descendants of Spain. Even though they're mixed with natives, like they're descendants of Spain. So I can see why they like relate more towards the Europeans. They're European by descent, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's really where it stems from because I can't go back to say no particular instance where it was like, it ain't like the black people enslaved Mexicans. It ain't like, I don't remember no race riots between blacks and Mexicans, but it's always been this like disdain. I could say mutual because it's like our disdain comes from theirs most of the time. It's because it's like, we know you hate us, so we hate you too. Which don't make it no better, but I mean, that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? In the city, you know, in life, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you undereducated or uneducated, you just know, like, you hit me, I hit you back. That's the laws we live by. So I just want to speak my piece on that. I know my volume ain't the best. I'm about to get a piece, so you can hear me better. I'm becoming 30 for 30 YouTubes, 30 days. So get with me. Drop a comment. Let me know your opinion. Let me know how you feel. Let me know something you want me to touch on. I'll be doing 30 for 30. Sometimes I might do 2 a day. Sometimes I might do 3 a day, like a workout. Holla.